1,000 plus people right now.
It's a little bit spooky, but let's give it a go, huh? Let's try it.
So for everyone watching, you might recognize MTD CNC, but we're going live stream to the Worldwide Machinist, and let me tell you why. I got an amazing couple of colleagues here from MTD CNC, but they refuse to join me and show off this amazing show here in Taiwan at timtos. So I have a longtime friend from Australia, my buddy Arthur with Live Tools, who said, you know what? I can man up and do this. So Arthur's joining me for a live stream today. Now, there are two, you like that joke, huh?
Well, sure, I'll give it a go. Why not? Huh?
I knew he could do it. I sent him a WhatsApp. I was like, Arthur, are you here yet? Can I sucker you into doing this?
I tried to run away, but he got me. He got me.
So here at timtos, we have 2 floors in each of the buildings, plus the World Trade Center.
Yeah.
And we're gonna try and capture a little bit, although I think a lot of the audience is gonna be familiar with some of the same products as we walk around,
There's
right?
going to be so many products that everyone's going to know, and so many weird and wonderful brands they've never seen before.
Yeah, there's a lot of that.
And that's what makes this show really interesting. So I'd like to take you for a bit of a tour. But first of all, man, good to see you.
Yeah, you
Long
too,
time
brother.
no see, huh?
Yeah, too long.
How long has it been?
I think 2012, 13, 14, around that time was we started bumping into each other at trade shows. Then we started working together through the air turbine connection and then the 5th axis connection.
I know.
And here we are in Taiwan together.
Is this your first time?
My first time, and you actually reached out when I had food poison and asked if you could help me, so thank you for that.
You feeling good now?
I'm feeling, I'm on top of the world now, buddy. I'm on top of the, no, don't dance, don't sing, I get it.
Okay. You're looking well.
Thank you, brother, you too.
That's all right.
Good to see you. And business is going well, Live Tools?
Business is going good. It's hectic and stressful, but I'm enjoying it. And I'm looking for some new vendors along the way and meeting some of the old vendors here and looking for some products that can help people in Australia too. So I can't wait.
Anyone watching right now, we have an audience around the world. He's a good man, I promise. Been knowing him for a long time. All right, enough about us, although we're gonna sprinkle it in along the tour, but let's start taking a walk. Show the audience a little bit of what we're seeing here, and a lot's gonna be familiar. Roll-O-Matic, for example, worldwide brand. You know him, I know him.
Micro Tools, man. Micro Tools.
I was actually at a company in India called CTC just recently who bought 49 of these machines in a year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's an investment.
These are the type of things I'd love to see in Australia. Unfortunately, our manufacturing has kind of shrunk over the years, but we're seeing a little bit of a growth in the last 5 years. Not to that extent. I wish.
I do think that the audience that I have would be very curious about Australia, New Zealand, the oceanic world of manufacturing. Why did it all disappear?
Well, I think that we've become a bit more of a resource-based country where we're exporting our minerals and not more of a technology-based. But I think in the last couple of years that the government and other people have been a little bit scared and they've realized that we're losing some of that and they're trying to bring it back. So
at least they're trying to bring it back. And
man.
I've had great conversations with the New Zealand and Australian government about the potentials of us coming out there to do a little talking and mentoring and relationship building.
We'd love to see you there.
It would be awesome.
It'd be great.
It would be awesome. I have to pause here. I know you have great tools at Live Tools, but I have to mention RegoFix. I mean, that power grip system, great company, Swiss company. In fact, we're actually going to be there next week, the MTD CNC team, filming at their headquarters. And this power grip system, I don't know if I can see the brochure, but this system is the fastest tool change on the planet right now with micron precision. We're talking 7-8 seconds with no heating, with no cooling, with no burning your face, none of that. And it's easily that, sorry, I'm stumbling on live, but it is that easy to use and it's that precise as well. And it's super cost effective. When I think about all the folks out there who buy this $250,000, $1 million machine and then skimp out on the accessories that go along with it. Why do you do that? Investing in a product like this allows that success to continue. The precision of the utmost importance. What happens when you don't have that precision? We talk about it all the time. We reduce tool life, we reduce machine life. The product itself can get scrapped, or certainly maybe secondary and third operations to make sure the finish is good. I mean, I'm not the RegoFix salesperson, but I understand why it's important. My 12 years of machining, I've scrapped a lot of parts. I've crashed several machines, and I understand the significance and importance of making a few $1,000 investment to make sure that your machines are running true. That's it's one of my favorites out there for sure. And I hope I've done the product justice. So yeah, RegoFix, Swiss made, gotta love Swiss. As we're walking through again, we see a lot of familiarity, don't we? I mean, Hypermill, I've seen a ton from them recently. Their marketing is doing really well. If you look at their booth, they have some of the coolest parts, Arthur. I mean, I kind of want to, I mean, I'm not going to because I'm not that type of person, but kind of want to lift this off and put some in my pocket.
Look at this.
Maybe nobody will notice, but
amazing.
look how beautiful these parts are. Do you program much, Arthur? Have you ever?
I have never programmed. I can use a little bit of CAD, just a little bit, but not much.
I have a video of this one actually running on a Grobe machine, if I'm not mistaken, and flying in the design itself. I mean, Hypermill, the way that their software works really allows for that true simultaneous action, especially when you get into the Siemens and Heidenhain world. When you think of parts like this, they just make it simpler for the programmers as well. Brilliant, brilliant software, brilliant technology. Vollmer, good friend of mine, another grinding machine. You know anything about these guys?
No, I don't.
Yeah,
I have seen some of the machines at the show, but I've never looked into it.
Well, I have a pair of orange shoes every time I film with them. I pop on my orange shoes to go along with it, but another really great grinding company. In fact, their home base in the U.S. is in a place called Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Have you ever heard of that place?
I have heard, never been.
Well, you're invited.
There's a few tool grinder guys here. We know we got Vollmer. We still Roll-O-Matic.
Yep.
There's Walter over there. And from Australia, there's Anchor. I haven't seen where they
love
are,
Anchor.
but they're somewhere around here. I can't wait to see the Aussies.
Shout out to Amanda and a lot of the team that are incredible on the Anchor team. In fact, I met with them at MTEX in India not too long ago. Now we're doing a quick pit stop here because this is one of my favorite brands as well, the Heimbuch product. When you think about all the innovation, I mean, I do booth tours with these guys. I've been to the factory. I do customer testimonials. Some of the folks out there have told me on camera I could not have made my product without the Heimbuch accessory being able to run my machine. And this one happened to be on an Akuma and a bunch of Nakamura machines. Anytime you see these cat eyes here, if we could bring the camera a little closer, these cat eyes here, that's how you know you're getting the Heimbuch quality product. And when I was machining, I used to have to sometimes take out my chuck or take out my Workholding. It would take me 30 minutes to hours on end to make sure that my product was aligned to microns, to make sure it was going to be truly in balance when my spindle was turning on my lathe. This one's within seconds. Literally grab this, take this piece, pop it out, put the next one in, and it can go both vertically and horizontally, so it's both working on your mills and your turning centers. Great product. Great German
One thing I have to say about this product, it is very sexy. Look at that carbon fiber.
It is sexy, isn't it?
It's like a race car.
Yeah, I agree. All right, I could continue on that product alone for days, but let's continue on as we see NTK cutting tools. We look around, we see names that we recognize.
One cool thing about these shows is the variety of things. It's just not about machines. You've got cutting tools, you've got accessories, you've got all the periphery products that go with the machines.
I'm right behind you because I'm going to convince my camera guy and you to slide over here just a little bit. It would be, please continue, Arthur, but it'd be rude of me not to at least pit stop at the Nakamura Tsume and say hi to my good friend Shogo Nakamura. We recently were on camera at timtos in Japan, and if you say so, if you could point that at me, it's not going to be a good look, but I'm going to do it anyway. He just released this new machine called a Flex, so he and I are both like this on camera with our Flex. The Nakamuras are, I mean, when you think about flexibility and multitasking, what they're able to do, I think, Arthur, you've been in this business a long time. And when I was machining, we used to have a machine beside a machine beside a machine, and that typically would make one part. I would do an ID, an OD, and then some sort of finish or something like that, right? And that would complete a part. The ability that these machines have, and some other machines out there as well, is to take a raw piece off of this bar feeder on the end here, and then when it comes off the machine, maybe it drops off over here or something like that, or it comes off of this belt you see right here. But when it comes out, it's finished. You don't have to put it on a secondary operation, so it's called that done in one or one and done. And that's how people are doing more cost effectively and with more accuracy and less scrap.
This is an amazing machine. How quick they are as well. Multi-axis, two turrets, sub-spindle.
And they're not even calling it sub-spindle anymore because they're genuinely driving the same torque and horsepower as the main spindle. So they just call them Spindle 2 at this point.
Is that so? This one's even got a probe. Isn't that incredible?
Yeah.
on the turret.
I mean, that's the sexiness of the machines.
Have you seen that?
Yeah, get in
Look at
there.
that.
Get in there.
Have a look.
Cesar's my camera guy.
A lathe with a probe.
Sometimes,
A touch probe. Oh, it's already gone back in there. You've lost it.
It comes back. It comes back. It moves quickly, like you said. It moves very quickly. So we'll wrap back around this way. And we have so many more friends to give shout outs to. I think we walked by Diebold as well, and Diebold is
These guys here.
yeah, the Diebold is one of those high precision accuracy products as well, made in Germany. I got to do a factory tour there. Herman was a super nice guy. He has a collection of some of the most expensive cars on the planet and motorcycles, and like
Wow.
in his garage, in his machine shop, amazing.
Is it true that they were the inventors of HSK?
Oh, I don't know that.
We'll have to talk about that.
Leave it in the comments. Let us know if that is a true statement or not. I would love to know. Do you know that to be true?
I heard it's a rumor.
Okay. Well, we got Chat GPT these days. We got
We'll
Fact
find
Check
out.
We can find out
There'll
real
be someone
quick.
who knows. Maybe we should ask them on the way back through, huh?
We could do that if they know. I didn't.
Yeah.
I think I did see one German guy there. All right, we have to stop for a hot minute because Sodic, a good friend of ours, Sodic and the relationship we have in the UK, they just took one of my friends, Lindsay Vickers, and then Joe Amos and Chris down to Thailand to film at their factory in Thailand. So we have those videos coming. But Sodic is that world leader, that Japanese world leader when it comes to accurate machining, well known for their EDMs, if we can take a look at this. And Arthur, I did some filming over in Japan not too long ago, and they introduced machines that won't come to the Western world for another 2 to 3 years.
And what's that?
Because it needs to be continually developed and proven in the Japanese market before releasing over into the Western world. And the accuracy on these things, I mean, sub-micron at this point. It's crazy how great these machines are.
Wirecutter's amazing machines.
Yeah, I mean, Sodic, when you think of some of the best in the world, that's a name that resonates everywhere for sure. And the Sodic guys, second to none. All super nice, friendly, welcoming, and smiling under the mask maybe. There's a smile, I can tell now. So yeah, we love to film and we love to work with those guys.
Who's this guy?
As I say, I think you wanted to mess
Who's
with this guy, right?
Who's this guy?
Oh,
he's running.
He's
running. Oh, he's out of here. Oh.
Don't run from the live stream. I thought you were gonna high five him or something.
Look,
they look scared, right?
Yeah, I'm thinking they're getting him the hell out of there. Oh my God.
So I have a great relationship with the Citizen family in the U.S. as well, Citizen Syncom. I got my buddy Joe over there. We've done some wonderful filming out in California, showing some multitasking on some of their Miyano machines. Another one of those Swiss-style turning centers that allow people to do more within the system itself, right? So when you think of Swiss, you think of, or most people think of, the ability to run 24/7, all the time, no breakdowns. I need to put out thousands of parts. And if you look at this case right here, that's what they do, right? That
It's
Swiss,
amazing.
Tiny precision.
I actually have a very nice customer, NH Micron. They've got a Citizen making microscopic screws for their Australian-made watches. They're amazing.
Does it give you one?
I wish.
So yes. So you're saying there's a chance.
Could be a chance. Maybe in another lifetime.
We're
I don't know about
promoting
this
them
lifetime.
right now. It's worth the trade. Don't you think?
Well, maybe. There's another tool grinder machine.
And there's a lot of grinding in this area. I guess
Wow.
it makes sense. The tooling and the grinding are together in one area, right? Makino, we got to give a shout out to Makino, another great machine.
Oh look, it's a US stand.
Did we come
Do we
to
have an
this
Australian
section on purpose or what?
Oh man.
So before we sneak off to this USA Pavilion, where we're going to talk a little bit about PA and West Virginia, I just want to spin quickly and just give a shout out to my friends at Muratech. Muratech are an incredible machine. You're going to have to slide over a little bit. Cesar, let's head over here because we see the Star machines, great machines as well. But the Muratech machines, I have a great relationship with as we look here at this Muratech. And what I love about the Muratech machines, is they have the fastest gantry loading system on the planet. And although this one's not a gantry loading machine, it's just kind of showing some of its rigidity with its turret. What I love about the Muratech machines is typically there's a gantry on top of the machine. And that thing is flying left to right, and it moves parts quicker than any other gantry system on the planet. And that's why Muratech thrives.
It looks like an amazing machine.
What tooling are you looking at in there? You getting ready to show off for me?
They're not cutting anything. They're not cutting anything. I'd love to see it, but
well,
looks like an amazing machine.
We do a lot of dry running at the shows, that's for sure. Nobody wants to spend money on the coolant and cleaning up the chips and everything that goes along with it.
Got no time for that.
So let's slide over here. The last thing we're going to do today, how much time have we been running, Cesar? What are we looking at?
15.
15?
15
Yeah,
minutes.
Not too bad. 15, 16 minutes. Author and I are going to do this again in another haul, probably one you're really familiar with, right?
That's my
you
favorite haul. I'll be talking for at least half an hour all about tools.
And I'll be the quiet one in that one.
Yeah, that'll be Thursday?
That'll be Thursday.
I can't wait.
So
I'm excited
Thursday,
about that.
About the same time, we're going to try and do some filming live in the tooling hall. We're also going to sneak downstairs because we're upstairs right now. Look at some of the Taiwanese machines down there because I got to give a shout out to my friends at YCM, Whaley, Takasawa. But I also saw an opportunity to do my very best as I've traveled around the world to do everything I can for U.S. manufacturing. And although my brother from the other side of the world, some people say mother, but brother from the other side of the world, the island we had forgotten. No, I'm just kidding. We didn't forget you guys.
How can you?
You can't. You can't. You're too amazing. I don't know how you do it, but you're amazing.
You mean New Zealand, right?
Yeah.
All right. Let's not start fights here, okay?
We like those Kiwis too. But my responsibility is to try and do my very best to promote manufacturing worldwide, to bring the world of manufacturing to the U.S., to bring awareness and technology everywhere we go, but also as a part of that, being U.S. born, globally raised, but U.S. born, is to talk about American manufacturing. I have a really young man here. He's actually, I believe, Israeli.
Originally, I'm coming from Israel.
And living in Taiwan for the longest time. But we have business in PA. We go. We're gonna switch a lapel mic here. I was gonna stand real close actually.
I was talking to your microphone before. Yeah, I was wondering where the audio is coming
Now
from.
you're hooked up with a lapel
Cheers.
mic. So let's discuss a little bit about what we're doing in the U.S. pavilion to our global audience.
Okay, so Pennsylvania is trying to attract machinery, machine tool related companies to invest and grow their business in Pennsylvania, not just by way of attracting business, but by physically for vying for Taiwanese companies to physically set up their operations, hopefully their U.S. operations, their U.S. headquarters, who are at least those who are interested to do so in the East Coast. We are hoping to do so together with them in Pennsylvania.
I love it. I love it. Anything that we can offer to anyone watching right now, maybe a resource to do more research on their own or a website, what would you say is the best way to learn more about what you're working on in the projects?
So the best way is to focus on zooming into those posters here, and pretty much every poster that you see here has a QR code to it. And if you, for example, if you zoom in on this one, has a QR code, and with our website, Pennsylvania Taiwan website, where you can get all the details that you want, and you can also get our own connection, details, so you can get in touch with us directly via the phone, via social media, however you see fit.
Home address?
Home address, you need to be a bit nicer to get that. But
I'm trying to be as nice as I can over here.
It can be possible down the road if you're really nice.
Awesome. Perfect. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thank you for what you're doing.
Thank you for the exposure. Appreciate it.
Absolutely my pleasure. Thank you for your time as well. All right, Arthur, we're going to wrap this whole thing up, buddy. Where's our friend, by the way? Where did Anthony go?
I don't know.
We literally
I have all my Australian friends here. I wish I could find them right now.
We tried to even fake a setup and said, meet us over there in about 10 minutes, and we'll pretend to bump into you, and then he's not there.
Well, they don't know where they are.
Do you think he went for another beer?
I think they did. Anyway. I can't wait to catch up with you on Thursday.
Yes,
and
sir.
talk about tooling, my
Yes.
favorite topic.
Yes,
Good
yes.
to see you.
Live Tools. Give a shout out real quick about where they can find out more about you. What's your website?
So you can find us on livetools.com.au, and love to see you over at Instagram or LinkedIn. Come and follow our pages, and thanks, man, for the
Yeah, dude.
opportunity. I really
Thank
like
you all
it.
for watching. A little bit of a live stream. We're going to do more later on, whether it's today, definitely on Thursday. Author's already mentioned that. We're going to try and capture the other halls, but also we got Rowan coming to you live through the MTD CNC channel as well, doing his own lives with Elliot. He talks more than I do, if you can believe that, and way more than this guy until you get him talking about tooling. In the meantime, we appreciate every single one of you. Keep manufacturing. If you spent time with us, we appreciate you, because time is the one thing we cannot manufacture more of, and you spent it with us. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Tony.
Tony, could you send us the link to your, is it on YouTube or where do you publish it?
It was live on YouTube and LinkedIn.
Okay, and it
Yep.
will stay